In this video, I will show you how to wire, tune, and test a Leadshine stepper motor driver pair. If you have yet to spec a correct motor or drive for your application, contact our engineers directly. The contact information is in the description. Here, I'll be showcasing a closed loop stepper driver and motor. If you are using an open loop motor, this setup will be the same. In that case, you can disregard all mentions of the encoder. Firstly, we will need to match the onboard switches to our motor's rated current. That's this rotary switch here. In my case, I have a motor rated for 5 amps, so in the driver, I can set the peak current to 7 amps, which is simply 5 multiplied by the square root of 2. We can also configure the pulse per revolution table with switches 1 through 4. 1000 ppr, which is the default, means it will take 1000 pulses to complete one full revolution of the motor. You can gain higher resolution by setting this number higher, which will configure the micro steps accordingly. Switches 5, 7, and 8 correspond to the type of controller you are using, and switch 6 is the auto tuning setting. Unless you plan to manually tune the motor, which is a non-trivial process, I recommend you engage auto tuning. It is suitable for most applications. From here, you can wire the motor power supply in the bottom left. This driver accepts a range of 20 to 50 volts DC. A higher voltage in this range is better for higher speed applications, and lower voltage better for stability at low speeds. The cables on the right refer to the motor coils here and the motor encoder here. To find the correct cables, you can refer to our webpage or contact us directly. Finally, at the top, we have the tuning cable, which is via RS232. This is also a specific cable, and you will need a USB to RS232 in order to plug into your modern PC. Leadshine offers us some convenient software to monitor and tune their drivers. They have several versions, and they have several series of drivers. For my case, I am using Motion Studio Stepper. To find the most recent version, you can find it on Leadshine's webpage or contact us directly. I can plug my USB to RS232 tuning and keep note of the COM port. Here I have COM5, so I can connect to my driver. Here we have access to the parameters for the driver. You can see we have the same parameters that we set with the switches earlier, and we also have several tunable loop coefficients that we can use. I still recommend you utilize the auto tuning process unless you need to manually tune the motor. For our closed loop variants, we also have the max position following error. In this case, I have a pulse per revolution of 4000. So if my motor slips at least 3/4 of a full revolution, it will engage the following error. If this item is set too low, you may see unwarranted errors, and if it's set too high, you may lose resolution in your slip. If you are to change any of these parameters, you can type them in, write to the driver, and to persist through a power cycle, save to driver. We can test our motor has been successfully installed by going to running and trial run. You can enable the motor here. Set your speed and acceleration to low. The default settings should be okay. And you can hit either of these buttons. Keep note of your motor and make sure it's moving smoothly, and it should correspond similarly to this number here.